Hello, grade 4. Welcome back to our sessions. Today we are going to continue Unit 8 with Lesson 4 and 5. Now I share my screen. Okay, so what we are going to talk about in these two lessons, Lesson 4 and 5, we are going to talk about and understand about tourist brochure, learn about traditional fables, know the elements of a good story. So we start with lesson 4, which is Welcome to Egypt. Okay, so alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, Lujaina, are you Lujaina?
Yeah,
Okay, so today we are gonna to start with lesson 4 and 5 in unit 8, okay?
okay.
Okay,
In
so
Connect or Plus?
Connect Plus.
Okay.
Okay. So we start with lesson 4 with title Welcome to Egypt. Okay, so of course this lesson is talk about places in Egypt. Okay,
Okay.
so here we have the word. The first word is fantastic. Fantastic is like great, okay, or amazing. All these are adjectives. Okay, country.
Okay.
Country is like Egypt. Egypt is the country where we live. Of course, you know pyramids of Giza, right?
Right.
Okay, these are the pyramids of Giza. Okay, and Luxor Temple. This is Luxor Temple. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
Okay, Luxor Temple. The Red Sea. The Red Sea in the east of Egypt. Okay, the
Okay.
River Nile. The River Nile. And the word sites. Do you know what is the meaning of sites?
No.
Okay, sites is a places where you can go to visit some place. So Pyramids of Giza, Luxor Temple, the Red Sea, the Egyptian Museum, all these places you can say these are sites in Egypt, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like معالم سياحية?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, and here we have these words too. Delicious. Delicious when you eat food with a tasty, delicious, okay? Like Egyptian food. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Traditions. Traditions. Traditions is like habits that people do in some place. Okay. So we have the word traditions.
Teacher,
Visitors. Yeah.
like we have a tradition, the Egyptian people celebrate Sham Nassim.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Okay. And here we have the word visitors. Visitors is like the tourists that come to visit some place or anyone come abroad, okay, come from abroad to visit places in your country. So these are visitors and guests. Guests is like people who come to your home. You know, did you get the meaning? Guests.
Yeah.
Okay. And when some guests come to your home, You are the host, okay? You
Okay.
will be the host. Okay, and here we have the word meal. Meal is like this. You can say this is a meal. Okay, and served with. Served with is a verb. Okay, and was is a preposition. Come with this verb. So when you serve a food, and you can say this food served with, and you continue what you serve with. Okay.
Maybe it's garlic.
Yeah, like when you serve a food, you can say this dish served with soup, or this dish served with garlic or vinegar or tomato sauce, something like that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We have another word. Here we have this adjective, generous. Generous. Generous when you can you help another people, okay, with money. So you can, in this case, be a generous man, okay? And here we have the word typical, typical, vegetable stew. This is a vegetable stew, okay? Kahk, okay, kahk is what we eat in Eid al-Fitr, okay? These are delicious cookies with a sugar on the top and فسيخ, okay? So
Okay.
فسيخ, what we eat in Sham al-Nisim, okay? These salted fish. And we have the word dishes, but we use the word dishes to mean meal, okay? Not we not mean the word plate, okay? We mean by dishes meals, okay, that we eat,
Okay.
okay? So when we say Egyptian dishes, we mean Egyptian meals, okay? Not we don't mean Egyptian plates, okay?
Okay.
And here we have in lesson 4, sorry, we have two texts. This vocab for the first text, and here we have the vocab about the second text. Okay, it's about Abu Simbel Sound Festival. Okay, do you know Abu Simbel Temple?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a festival which is Sound Festival, which is a sunrises of three three stages. Okay, in this temple. And we will know about these in the text, okay? We
Okay, but
have the
it's
word,
four.
okay. Okay, we have the word statius. Statius, these are statius. Sunrise, sunrise. Okay, do you know what is the opposite of sunrise?
Sunset.
Sunset, excellent. Okay. And we have sunshine. We have inside, and the opposite is outside. Light, and its opposite, dark. Okay. Okay. Are these vocab understood, or you don't understand any of them?
No, I understand them.
Okay, they are easy, right?
Right.
Okay. So here, can you see this?
Yeah.
This is the first text in lesson 4. Okay, can you read, Lojana?
Okay. Egypt is a fantastic country to visit. There is so much to see, such as the pyramids of Giza, the old Luxor temple, the Red
Yeah.
Sea, and of course the River Nile. In all parts of the country, you can see amazing sights, eat delicious food, and meet friendly people.
Okay, so you get from these three lines that sites you can see amazing sights. Here he count many of these sites like Pyramid of Giza, Luxor Temple, Red Sea, River Nile. All these are sites in Egypt you can visit when you come to Egypt, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, continue.
Visitors often like to learn about Egyptian traditions before they come. Egyptian people are famous for welcoming visitors with food and drink, and for in, inviting
Inviting.
inviting guests to their home. If if you are invited to an Egyptian family's home, it's a good idea to bring a present. For example, chocolates or sweets. Ho- uh, ho-
However,
however, the,
however,
the however the host usually doesn't open the presents at the time when they get it.
okay, so here he gave us a tradition about Egyptians, right? He says
Right.
that when someone visits you or when guests visit you and they serve you a present or give you a present, people don't open it at the time and they open it later, right? And Egyptians do that, right?
Right.
Okay. So, okay, continue.
Okay. A traditional Egyptian meal is served with people sitting together around a table. A typical
Typical
a typical meal has rice, a kind of vegetable stew,
stew,
soup, uh, stu- stuffed
stuffed vegetables.
stuffed vegetables, and meat or chicken.
Mhm.
Um, Egyptian or
Egyptian.
Egyptians are very generous,
Generous, generous,
generous,
okay,
generous.
generous.
Okay, and are very happy when you ask for more food. This means you enjoyed their delicious meal. Some Egyptian festivals have traditional food too. At Eid, at Eid al-Fitr, people bake special cookies called cake with sugar on top,
Top.
on top. At Sham al-Nasim, people eat dry, dried salted fish called فسيخ. If you visit Egypt at these times, you should try these dishes.
Okay, so this text is like a tourist brochure. They make like advertisement about Egypt and the amazing sites in Egypt and the about Egyptian traditions to make visitors come to Egypt, right?
Right.
Okay, I want to ask you something, Lojana. If you're from another country and you see or you read this text about Egypt, would you like to come and visit this place or this country or not?
Yeah, I will visit it and try to see the temples and the traditions of Egypt.
Yeah, so this text wants to attract visitors and guests to come and visit Egypt and all these amazing sites, right?
Right.
Okay, and he tell us about some of our traditions that maybe people from abroad don't know about Egyptians, so he gave us like hints or main points about Egyptians to make guests or visitors deal with Egyptians, right? And how to know about them, right?
Right.
Okay, do you think this article or this brochure is good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, okay, thank you. So now let's move to this. It's about Abu Simbel Sun Festival, okay? And Abu Simbel, okay. Okay, we will know in this text that we celebrate this Sun Festival twice a year, okay?
Okay.
Okay, can you read?
Okay.
Okay,
The Abu Simbel Sun Festival. Near Aswan, you can see the temples of Abu Simbel. Outside the temples, there are some very big statues of
yeah,
Ramses
Ramses the second, okay,
and, and his wife Nefertiti.
Nefertari, Nefertari,
Nefertari. Nefertari.
okay,
Twice a year, people celebrate the Abu Simbel Sun Festival. There on February 22. Teacher,
yeah.
what is the ND beside 22?
Okay, this is for the arrangement. When you see, okay, you have number one, right? But
Right,
you, if you want to arrange, you say the first. Number two is the second. Number three is the third.
third.
Number four is the fourth. Okay, so until you come to 22, you put ND because here, when you say second, you put ND near the number, okay, or beside the number. When you put one, you put ST, okay, beside the number one, like this. When you write one, you put ST because you say first. So we just put these two letters. Two is second. We put ND, okay,
Okay,
and the third we put R and D,
ND.
okay.
Okay,
After that, from fourth, you put TH, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, okay? You put
okay,
TH. Okay, so when you put 22, you put ND, okay?
okay.
Okay,
And October 22 ND. On these days, light from the sun at sunrise or shine,
shines,
shines all the way inside the main
temple,
temple.
temple,
Temple to the rooms inside. There are four statues inside the temple. Those of Ramses, Ra, Ra,
Ra,
Amun, Ra Amun, and
Betah,
Patah.
okay,
The sunlight shines on all them except
except,
Patah. Except Patah. He is always in the dark. people celebrate the Abu Simbel Sun Festival by getting up early to see the light inside the temples at sunrise. Then people eat, drink, and sing to celebrate this special day.
Okay, so here in this text, they talk about the Abu Simbel Sun Festival, and we know that we celebrate this Sun Festival twice a year on February the 2nd, 22, and October 22 also. Okay, and here we know that there are 4 statues inside this temple, but the sunshine shines on 3 of them, Ramses, Ra, and Amun, but uh, statue of Ptah still in the dark, okay? And of course, this is a special day and special celebration in Egypt, okay? I want you, can you see this picture?
Yeah, it's the temple.
Okay, yeah, these are the 4 temples that the sun shines above these 3. Okay, can you see this?
The sun.
And this one is still in the dark. Okay, the sun doesn't arrive to this statue. Okay,
Okay.
but the sun shines on these 3, Ramses, Amun, and Ra. Okay,
Okay.
and people celebrate this day in the year. Okay. Okay, Lujina. Okay, did you find this celebration amazing or not?
It's very amazing.
Yeah, because can you imagine that the ancient Egyptians built this temple and the sun every year comes in these 2 days inside the temple? Every year they were very clever to build a temple like this, right?
Right.
And until now we celebrate with this sun festival. Okay, can you imagine this?
بحاول.
Okay. Okay, did you ever went to Abu Simbel? Or did you
Yeah.
visit Aswan or Luxor?
Yeah, I visit Aswan and Luxor.
Okay. Did you enjoy your trip there?
Yeah, I enjoyed too much.
That's good. Okay, now we move to lesson 5, which is Fables and Folklore. Okay. So here we will talk about a story of shipwreck. Okay? And
Of what?
shipwreck, okay? Shipwreck, what do you know what is the meaning of shipwreck? This
No.
W letter is silent, okay?
Okay.
So, shipwreck, what is the meaning of shipwreck? When the ship sank in the sea, okay, and the remains of this ship called shipwreck, okay?
Okay.
Can you see this picture?
Yeah.
Okay. So, today in this lesson we will talk about this shipwreck story. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you know Titanic movie?
I know that, but I don't like it.
You don't like it? Okay, but you know that Titanic ship sank in the sea at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we can call this Titanic? is a shipwreck. Okay? Because
Okay.
this ship sank in the sea or in the ocean, and these are the remains of this ship. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's know these vocab, and then we will read a story about this. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So here we have the word shipwreck. Now you know what is the meaning of shipwreck, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Sailor, and the plural is sailors. Sailor. This man, okay, who work on a boat or in a ship is a sailor. Okay. Successful.
Okay.
Successful is an adjective. Okay. When you success in something, you are a successful. You are a successful girl. Okay. When you get high mark, I can't say you good girl. You are a successful one. Okay.
Okay.
Frightened. 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 When you are scared or afraid of something, can you see this man? He's
Yeah.
frightened of this spider. Okay.
Okay.
Servant. We have the word servant. Servant is someone who help us. Okay, do you know who help us in work or who help us in our house? You can say a servant. Servant for male. Okay, the word servant is for male, and maid, the word maid for female. Okay, so we use the word servant with male, male like a man. Okay, right?
Okay.
Okay, and we use the word maid made for a woman. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Journey, journey. Do you know what is the meaning of journey?
No.
Journey is like a trip. Do you know the word trip?
Yeah.
Okay, so journey is like a trip. Okay, so now do
Okay.
you have any difficult word in this one?
No.
Now you understand all the words?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, here we have the word island. Island, this is an island. Okay, and of course here this S is silent. We don't pronounce this letter. Giant. Do you know what is the meaning of giant?
No.
Giant is something that is large. Okay, large. And of course, large means very big, large. Okay, so giant is very large or huge. Do you know the word huge?
Yeah.
Okay, so giant or huge or very large are the same. Okay,
Okay.
storm. Do you know what is the meaning of storm?
No.
Storm can be in the sea when the waves comes very high. We get a storm. Okay, or we can get a storm in the wind. Do you know when the wind is very high, when the weather is
Yeah.
very windy? Okay, so sometimes it we have a storm in the air, and sometimes we have a storm in the water. Okay,
Okay.
okay. The word fell like drop something.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, and the adjective terrible. Terrible means very bad.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Now you understand these words?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so before we go to our text here, we want to know this info about fables and folklore. So, do you know what is the meaning of fables and folklore?
No.
No, okay. Fables and folklore are types of stories that are passed down from one group of people to another group of people. Okay, so fables and folklore are an old stories. Okay, old stories that people. Okay, there were men or people invent an story and then their children read this story or tell this story to their children, and until it come to us it will be a fable and folklore, something in the very old. Okay,
Okay.
stories that are very old, and they teach us a moral or a lesson. Okay, moral is something that you learn from a story.
Okay, I know it.
Okay, and often it's about animals, planets, or things that happen in the nature. So often these folklore and fables stories, the characters or the main characters are animals or planets, not humans. Okay, sometimes,
Okay.
and things in the nature. So in these stories, you will see that animals talk like humans, talk, sing, dance. Okay, in these stories, you will find animals and planets or any living thing talk and attitude or behave like humans. Okay, so there are many stories from ancient Egypt. Okay, do you know Kalila and Demna? Did you hear
Mm,
about this? Kalila and
no.
Demna. Okay,
No.
so Kalila and Demna are old stories about animals that talk, sing and dance and tell stories, okay, and act like humans, okay? And
Okay.
these are Egyptian stories. So you can ask your parents about this, okay? Kalila and Debna. It's
Okay.
stories about animals that they are talk, okay?
Okay.
So let's move to this story. Okay, can you read?
Okay. Long ago, the king asked an important man to leave leave Egypt for a special job. The man traveled with many other sailors,
Sailors,
but he wasn't successful.
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 Okay.
Uh, when he tur- re- re-
Returned, returned,
re-
okay?
returned, he
Mm.
was fri- frightened,
Frightened, frightened.
frightened,
Frightened means
frightened,
scared or afraid. Okay?
okay, about what the king would say. His servant
Servant.
spoke to him.
Okay, okay. Just wait. So, this story is about a man that the king asked him to leave Egypt and go for another place for a special job or for a good job. This man traveled and obeyed the king's order, but he didn't success in this place, and he was frightened or afraid to tell the king that he that he didn't success. Okay? So one day he told his servant about this. He don't want to tell the king that he isn't successful. Okay? So now we will know what the servant told him. This important man, okay? Okay, so what he told him?
You must tell the king that you tried your best, he
Yeah.
said.
So he told him, you must say to the king that you try to do your best. Try to your best means to try to do all the things that you can do. Okay?
Okay.
When I told you try your best, so you do what you know to do or what you can to do. But if you didn't success, that's not wrong. Okay, that's not wrong. You try your best, but you didn't success. Okay,
Okay.
okay, continue. I don't want to say that I wasn't success, said the man.
Okay.
So the man
Uh,
or the servant tell him this important man that the king asked him to travel told the servant that he don't want to say this to the king, that he is not successful. So can you read?
Listen to my story, said the servant.
So
I
now
will.
the servant will tell us about his story. Okay?
Okay.
So the
I
story
will.
of the servant begins now.
Okay. I was a sailor too. I went on a
Journey.
journey for the king with the best sailors in the country. But a storm came, and
Okay.
our ship sank.
Sank. Sank means
Then
that it sank in the sea or in the ocean.
I fell into the sea and swam to an island.
Island,
Island,
island.
island,
Okay.
island. I was alone and frightened. Then I looked for food, and the island had food, water, and everything I needed.
Mhm.
And a nurse's a nurse,
Another storm.
another storm began. So a giant
Okay. So
storm.
okay, please wait, Lujane. Can you mute your mic?
Okay.
Okay. So what happened in this? The servant tell this important man about his story. He told us that the king also asked him to travel to somewhere, and unfortunately, the storm made his ship sank in the sea. And he swam to an island. An island is a place in the water, okay, in the middle of the water, which is ground. And he was looking for food because he was alone. And he tried to look for food, and he find food, water, and everything he need. Another storm began. So they were the first storm which make his ship sank, and then comes another storm. He saw a giant snake. Giant means very big, a giant snake. Okay, what does giant snake do? A giant snake in the waves. So the waves of the sea, there were waves because of the storm, and then this giant snake appears. His body was gold, and his eyes were bright blue. I fell down as he spoke. Of course, if you imagine this, when you see a snake and he talked to you, okay, you will be fainted. So he fell down in the ground when this snake spoke to him. The snake told him, "How did you get to this island?" said the snake. So the snake asked the man, "How did you get to this island?" Of course, the man was very frightened and afraid of this large snake. Okay? And I couldn't speak. The man couldn't speak when he listened to this. The snake put me in his mouth. So this is the man. Okay, we imagine that this is the man, and the snake put this man inside his mouth and took me to the place where he lived. So this snake takes the man in his mouth to the place where the snake lived. And he asked me again how I got to the island. So I told him about the shipwreck. So the snake asked the man, "How did you get to this island?" The man replied with his story about the shipwreck and the storm that make his ship sank in the sea, and then he swam to this island. Okay, what happened after that? The snake told the man, "Don't be frightened, okay? Don't be scary," said the snake. "You will stay on this island for 4 months." So the snake told the man to stay in this island for 4 months. Okay, what will happen after that? And you will be safe. Then people will find you and take you home. So after these 4 months, your family or people will find you and come to take you home. Be patient, okay? Be patient means to wait, wait, okay? And you will return to your family. Then the snake told me what happened to him. So this text was about the sailor story or the servant story. This sailor were a servant, right?
Right.
So this story was about the servant story or the sailor story. Now we will listen to the snake story, okay? The snake told the man also, "Long ago I lived on the island with my children and brothers." So the snake lived with his family on this island. So what happened after that? A star fell, a star from the sky fell on this island, bringing a terrible fire. Okay, so this star damaged the island. I was the only one to live, so all his family died because of this star. But I stayed strong and patient. The snake stays strong and patient, and things became better. "Thank you," I said. Who said this thank you? The servant or the sailor. When I get home, when I return back to my home and my family, I will send you many presents. Okay? The man or the servant tells the snake that when he went to his home and his family, he will send presents for the snake because he didn't eat him. Okay? The snake laughed. "I don't need your presents. I have everything I need here." So the snake have everything that he need in this island. He have food, he has food, water, and everything. "I was on the island for 4 months," as the snake said or told him. Then a ship came, just as the snake said. Okay? The snake gave me special present to take home. So the snake gave present to the man or to the sailor to go home. But the man gave these presents to the king. Okay? Tell people in your city about me, he said. Here. Okay, do you know here? Here refers to what? He. Which one? Who is he? Okay, Lujena.
The snake, the snake.
The snake. Excellent. So here we talk about the snake. The snake told the man, tell people in your city about me. I returned to my family. This, the man. I, here the servant or the sailor. I returned to my family, gave the presents to the king, and he was pleased. So, listen to my story. I was in a terrible place, but now I am safe. The man heard the story and smiled. So the sailor tell his story to the king. And at the end, of course, the important man who didn't success listened to this story, and at the end he smiled after that. Okay?
Okay.
Did you enjoy this story?
Yeah.
Okay. It's an imaginary story, but these fables and folklore stories are like this. You have your characters or the main characters, not humans. They are animals, planets, living things, okay? And yeah, I
Yeah,
think you enjoy this.
I write many stories in English.
You write stories in English?
Yeah, but I'm in my grandma's home, and
Yeah.
the stories in my home.
Okay. Okay, when you get them, can you send me one?
Okay.
Okay, I would like to read one of your stories, of course. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Lujayna. Okay, but did you enjoy this story?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you try to write some story like this?
Yeah.
Okay, very good,
Uh,
excellent. You
uh,
are a clever one.
I, I will make it in Pentagon, and I will send it to you.
Okay, very well. It will be very nice. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but now, before we leave, I want to show you this. Here we have elements of a good story. These will help you when you write a story, okay?
Okay.
So this slide is very important to you, Lujaina. Okay, be careful and focus on this. This will help you when you write.
Okay.
Okay, so a good story has what are the elements of a good story? You write a stories, and this slide will help you to write a good story. What are these elements? The first is the characters. You can choose your characters. They can be people, humans, okay, animals, or imaginary things. Here, animals like the snake. Okay, the snake was a character in our story, right?
Right.
Okay, you can make anything talk in your story. Okay, it's an imaginary thing. Or about your thoughts, you can write down your thoughts in any character. Okay, you can make it
Okay.
human, animal, planet, non-living things. Okay, you can make furniture talk, right?
Right.
Okay, so the second one is setting. What is the meaning of setting? Setting is where the story happens or what is the place the place of the story. Okay?
Okay.
So here, can you tell me what is the setting of this story?
Okay. ممكن.
Okay, maybe an island in the sea, right?
Yeah, right.
So we were talk about an island in the sea that the man came to, and the snake live also in this island. So the setting for this story is the island, okay?
Yeah,
Because we don't have another place, right?
right.
Okay. So when you write your story, you have to put these steps or these elements in your mind. What are the characters that I would to write about? Where is the setting that I will write about? Okay? Where are my events will happen? What is the plot? Okay, the plot is the exciting events that join together. Okay, so what are the main points that you would like to write about? Okay, what is the story that you write about? Okay, the events or the actions, the main actions, the main events that happen in your stories is the plot. Okay,
Okay.
a conflict. What is the conflict? A conflict is like a problem that the characters have to solve. When you have a problem in the story and you have to solve at the end. Okay, so can you tell me what is the conflict of this story?
Uh, the the man was in the island.
Okay, we can't say what is the conflict in this story. You can say that the man, there where a man is not successful and he afraid to tell the king about his fairness, or that there was a man and he can't go back to his family, right?
Right.
This is a problem. The man can't go back to his family and he have to stay for 4 months in an island alone with the snake, right?
Right.
And at the end we have the resolution. Resolution is the end of your story, how you solve the problem in your story. Okay, when the problem is solved and the story ends. Okay, resolution is like what happens in the end. Did the problem solve it, or what happens, how the story ended? So can you tell me how the story ended or how the problem solved?
Yeah. After 4 months, the man
Yeah,
went back to the home,
yeah, of course, right.
and he say or thank the snake,
Yeah,
and give him present.
presents, yeah. So the end of the story, how the problem solved? The problem solved when the ship came to the island after 4 months and make the man return back to his home. And when the man, how the story ended, when the man went to the king and gave him the present and told him about his story and journey with the snake in the island, right?
Yeah, right, teacher.
So yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
How does the snake know that after 4 months the man will come back to the home?
Okay, it's an imaginary story, okay? But you can say that this snake lives a long time in this island. He knows that after 4 months that ship will come and save this man. Okay?
Okay.
Like when I ask you about the place where you live, I ask you about anything, you will know the answer, right? Or if I ask you about your neighbors, you can tell me they travel and they come back after 1 month. Or this girl married and went to another place, right?
Right.
So when you live in a place, you know about the news, what happened or what will happen, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So the snake lived for a long time in this island alone, and he know when the ships come in the sea and when the ships come to his island and pass about this place. So he told the man, you have to wait for 4 months and then a ship will come to you, save you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. But now you know when you write a new story, okay, Lujina, when you write a new story, you have to put these points in your mind, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and you can make a revision about your old stories or what you have written before and read your story again and search what are your characters. Okay, did you write a setting or a place about your story? Can you find any problem in your story and how you solve it? How your story ended? Okay? Does the events related to each other or they are separated? Okay?
Okay.
Okay. This slide will help you to revise your stories and you can improve your stories, okay?
Okay.
You can add you can add some information or remove someone, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now do you have any questions before we
No,
end our session?
no thanks.
Okay, did you enjoy this session, Lujina?
Yeah, too much.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a great session with you, and I am very glad of you that you are clever and you write stories, and I am proud of you, okay?
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
don't forget to send me your stories when you end them. When you end them, try to send it to me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I will be very glad to read your stories, Lujina.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lujina. Have a nice time. It was a great session with you. And if you have any question, you can ask me later, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, my dear. Goodbye for now.
Bye.